Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to another roster review video. Today I'm gonna try to do 5, maybe 4. We'll see how long the video gets and how long it takes me to do each roster review. Um, if you guys want free roster reviews, it'll be linked in the description. Just join my Discord, go to the roster review channel, post your ally code, what you're farming, and what you would like me to review. It is TheHarry on here. He says, just want to hear your thoughts on what I should farm next. Currently farming Ewoks for C3PO. That seems like a common one. And starting to shard characters for Leia. I'm going to assume he means Galactic Legend Leia. But it will be a slow journey. Just got 7-star in Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon. Going to take them to R5 or R7 soon. I recommend R7. Might also do JKL or JKCK or Malik along the way. I don't know, so I want to hear your opinion on what would be good for my account. I'm gonna assume they are already saving crystals for the 7-star Executor. You already unlocked it, so I'm assuming you're working on that. Let's see. Let's check out his Ewoks. Where is he at with that? Okay, he's got some work to do. Since he's sharding for Leia, I'm assuming he's also sharding Wicket alongside Nisa. It would be kind of a waste not to, since you said that you want to work towards Leia. Let's see. Let's check out your Master Qui-Gon, Padawan Obi-Wan, Ghost Jedi. Yes, he's working on getting Padawan Obi-Wan finished. Okay, yeah, I'd say R7 for those. You're at 4 million GP. You have CLS? He does. It's not a super geared team. He just has gear 12. I would like to know how your conquest is going. You can apply that Omicron onto Padawan Obi-Wan if it's not going well. You have both Revens? I typed in Revens. Let's see. You should definitely gear up your Darth Revan. Your Jedi Revan looks good. Bastila Jolie. You want that Zeta on Jolie on this. That looks pretty bad ability because it reses all of the Jedis. Yeah, you got a pretty solid Jedi Revan team. Maybe want some more gear or relics. Like on Grandmaster Yoda, Juhani could work. But overall, it looks pretty good. If you get Yoda up, then, or even since you're working on Padawan Obi-Wan, Master Qui-Gon, you could finish out that. You can add those to that team, or you could add it to your Qui-Gon Omicron team. I see you got that. Which for that, I'm gonna assume you're using Qui-Gon, Mace, Anakin, Snips, Kenobi. That's my guess. Either way, really good option. And then since you have other Jedi's, Jedi Revan, Padawan Obi-Wan, Master Qui-Gon, Bastila Jolie. That could work very well for you. Let's see. How's your Jedi Knight Luke looking? Rolo's done. Hoda is not. I'm assuming, yeah, Wampa is. Yeah, I'd say probably go for that once you get C3PO. Since you don't have C3PO, I know you don't have Jabba, you don't have any Galactic Legends. You do. Just SLK is not up top. Okay, so yeah, I'd say go ahead and probably round out your SLKR, get those Zetas on. I'm assuming you are. You can skip on the unique, press the advantage. On my Lightspeed account, I just got it because I wanted to max him out. What's your speed? 168. That's not bad. I think that's faster than mine. I need to work on mine, but you go and pull up your mod score. Code, type in that. You know, that's actually, it's not like amazing. Like you could still work on it. It's at a 2.11. However, that's actually pretty solid because I'm assuming this is a light speed account. Let me check his Rogue One. Yeah, I'm assuming this is a light speed account. So, what are your ships? Yeah, Relic 6 Hux. There's no reason to go 6 unless you're like late game. Where are you in Carbonite 1? Okay. Yeah, this is a light speed account, so that's actually pretty good. I'm assuming you farmed up a good amount of this on your own, like Savage, Treya. Like, you do have a pretty good standing, and your mods are pretty solid, so. Good on you for keeping that mod score up, but it could always be better. So, you're working on Leia, you could also work on Java. Again, it's completely up to you which one you go for. Java is going to be better for your mods. Leia is just going to be better overall for Grand Arena. Not by too much. Java holds out very well. I see you have the Zeta on Captain Rex. You could probably work on this Phoenix. How are your other bounty hunter ships? Oh, that's good. I'm glad you have Punishing One being sharded. I don't know if this was a ban bundle. It might have been, or you might have farmed it. Either way, good job. You definitely bought the Finalizer bundle. I can tell because Relic 7, Bosk, and Bane. Cad Bane. But hey, good job on getting your Executor up. Where's your Palp? Oh, it's at least Relic 7. Yeah. Let's see. How's your Ufus? Because I know that you said that you were gonna maybe work on getting JKCK. Yeah, so let me see. Sirjunda needs, these two need it. Calcestis, Sirjunda. How's your Marin? Oh, you have a lot of sharding to do for all this. It's 1 hour. Where is your Saw? Okay, so all about 3 stars, 4 stars area. It's kind of weird that you're at level 10. I don't know. I'd say probably skip out on JKCK for now. Just because you'll be pretty close to JML, and he really fits on that. You could throw him on your Jedi Knight Revan team. That's perfectly fine. But I'd say you could probably skip it unless your guild wants you to. If your guild's recommending like going for Zepho and stuff, by all means go for JKCK. Otherwise, I think you're probably fine. I see you have an Omicron on Treya. Let's see that. That's a pretty solid one. No Scion though. Yeah, you might want to get Scion up, but you got the main 3, Nihilist, Treya, Savage. So I know that's already doing some work for you. And I'm assuming you're throwing in Bastila for now. Yeah, those 3. I'm assuming you have these last 5 actually: Savage, Treya, Bastila, Nihilus, and Maul. I'm assuming that's your team. Either way, good job on the Siths. Probably get Scion up and running. Talon, she's nice. Unless you're going for Starkiller, I don't really know if there's a point to go for that. You have Amara Jade. You might want to get that up. How's Kyle? Don't even have Kyle unlocked. Who's the last person? I'm drawing a blank. There's one Sith, one Jedi. I'm drawing a blank. Dash. That's my account, I'm not looking at my account. Let's see, do you have a dash? Did you buy smugglers? You don't have Outrider. Assuming that your Outrider's actually like sharded, I'd recommend going for Jabba. You still have a while to go for each. Like, I'm gonna pull all this up. Panic. Leia. Let's see your Leia to Jabba comparison. Alright, so Leia, you only have 2 of them at relics. You don't have a fully functioning CLS team yet. That Chupio needs to be sharded. So yeah, you only have 2 of them at relics. Now let me look at your Jabba. Yeah, you also have 2 for Jabba. Since you're already sharding for Ewoks, I'd say probably work on Jabba. Jabba's a really easy one. You can shard both Wicket and Nisa alongside of all of the Jabba requirements at the exact same time. Given you do 3 refreshes, collect all of your energy and stuff, but as long as you're collecting all of your energy for the day, you can easily go through and set up a Jabba like farm. It's a pretty, I want to say it's a pretty easy one, honestly. It's not too many like normal energies. It's not. There's some cantinas in there, but you could easily shard all heart cartel and everything. I'd say probably just go through and make like a tab so that you can go through and shard up all of your Jabba requirements. But if you're set on Leia first, by all means go for Leia. Go for the one that's more fun to you. Other than that, I think I have much else. Good job on the Executor. Good job on SLKR actually capitalizing on that bundle, or those 2 bundles. Yeah, that's going to be TheHarry. Let me go ahead and write this down as the timestamp. Alright, so for our next roster review, let's see. We have Asbal. I'm just going to say that. Asbal. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Correct me in the comments afterwards. It's looking... I did actually look at this off like recording because they said kind of lost in what to do and I wanted to help them. But this one says kind of lost in what to do, somewhat evolved my first order, but everything else is lacking. Currently trying to focus more on ships, especially bounty hunter ships. I don't know what to do moving forward. It's good that you're working on bounty hunter ships. Definitely shard up these, shard up the Razor Crest, Houndstooth, Xanadu, IG2K. Shard up your punishing one as soon as possible. I know it's on the last note of fleet battles, so it can take a while to get to. So I'm sorry if you don't have that yet. Shard that as soon as you can. It's a good thing that you're sharding these bounty hunters because it goes towards the Executor. Make sure to pick up every Razor Crest that you can. It pops up in your fleet arena like 3 times a week or something. Farm up that Razor Crest, you're going to need it. That's the biggest bottleneck. Let's see. That's if you want to go that route. I see you have some Geo ships being sharded. That's not a bad one to start out with, but you're already kind of past that with bunch of your first order ships, which if we go and look, you already have first order TIE, first order SF TIE, and then the silencer, the TIE silencer cruise ship. So that is, you need Kylo Ren's command shuttle. That's going to be the hardest one. It's just like the Houndstooth farm, except for the finalizer. Actually, no, you need the Houndstooth and finalizer, I believe. Let me go refresh on that. It's a pretty small account, so I'm not going to be going too hard. Yeah, you need Houndstooth and you need the shuttle. So let's get back into that. So yeah, you already have the silencer, you have the SF TIE. That's not part of the event, but if you're using the finalizer, that's a good one to have. The first order is high. If you plan on using the finalizer as an actual fleet, then you want to farm the TIE Echelon. It's in fleet, I think it's 4? Yeah, the final one on 4. It requires just first order officers to pilot it. If you're working on first order, then you're already working on it. So I would say definitely finish either executor or finalizer, because if you have some ships, right now you're in 372. You should be able to get way past that. Try to get to top 50. I'm not sure how old the account is. It looks like it's a new one. I can run your mod score too. I'm not expecting anything like major because you said they were kind of lost on what to do. Yeah. Work on those mods. It's 0.05. That means that you have like none at all. Let's see. Speed going to be KRU. And that is 34. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm assuming that you just have like very basic mods on everybody. Try to work on those mods. Spend all of your mod energy. You don't need to refresh it. Like, you don't need to refresh your energy every day until you have enough crystals for that. Just focus on your mods. If you need some help, there's plenty of guides on YouTube for it. I don't have one, at least not yet. I might make one in the future. For now, though, you could look up someone like Nooch, Sanjita. I think even Arnold has one. Like, there's plenty of people. Beaver. There's a whole list of people. Most content creators for this game have a mods playlist that you could go through and like learn how to mod. You were working on first order. I mean, if you go down this route, you can easily farm SLKR. You just need to focus on that command shuttle and focus on that finalizer. That's the biggest bottleneck for that farm. I don't know. Do you have Palpatine? You do. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you could go down the route of SLKR. You already have Jedi Knight Revan. You have Darth Revan. No, just Jedi. That's a big add, because at this GP, where you're at only 800k, having a 7-star, well, that's the only Revan that you can have. Having a Jedi Knight Revan adds so much to your Grand Arena. Be sure to level up these abilities. It'll carry you. Like you have KRU in the squad arena right now. That's fine. Once you level up your Jedi Revan, it'll be way better for you. And for that team, you could do Jedi Revan, Bastila, Jolie, GM Yoda, and really just any other Jedi. Your Kanan's going towards Phoenix, so you could probably throw on Ezra since he's already 7 stars. I like to have a 2-star Padawan Obi-Wan. That's a good thing to farm. Yeah, definitely focus on your Jedi Revan. His mods are very important. Get that as high a speed as possible. Let's see, you were using Executrix, which is your highest one. Okay. That's okay. I think endurance in home one is better for the most part, since you're not like farming empire ships. So I'd say probably go home one on endurance, but for now executrix is fine because you're not going to have 9 mil credits to level up home one to 85 right now. So I should not have backed out of that. Key takeaways from this: get your Jedi Revan up. Get your, let's see your Phoenix. Let's see. Farm up Captain Rex. I see you put on some gear levels onto. Yeah, no, that's gear levels because this isn't a hyperdrive account. Yeah, so if you want to use Phoenix, get Captain Rex. Captain Rex is he's the steam engine of that team. If you want to stick to First Order, I've seen many accounts do that because SLKR is an easy one to farm. Feel free, by all means, but definitely focus on your Revan. It's going to be an amazing team for you. I actually seen a Jedi Knight Revan take on. Oh, it was one of the Galactic Legends. I forget which one. It might have been SLKR. And Jedi Revan won. So that's definitely a good one to get. In terms of Zetas, you probably should have went Scarred over the Leader Zeta first, but they're both fine. You're gonna want both for his ship if you use Finalizer anyways. This is a good Zeta. I'm glad that you got that one. And I'm glad that you're not doing other people's leaders when they're sitting in somebody else's. That's good. You will level this up later once you get Finalizer, but for now I'm glad that you're not doing that. How are your Imperial Troopers? I see a level 80 Stark. Ooh, that's I would not recommend doing this. If you're not going to be using a team, don't level up the character like this. Because that's 5 million credits that you just spent on that. It's okay to like save and hoard stuff. It'll pay off, trust me. So back to the key takeaways. You can work on SLKR if you want. If that's the case, go for the First Order ships, as well as Houndstooth, Slave 1, TIE Advanced, and the Xanadu Blood. That's all for the Finalizer. Because once you get that, then you can use that. So that's in terms of ships. You could go Finalizer, or you could pivot and go the Executor. Executor is going to be better, but since you're farming First Order, if you want to go for a Galactic Legend, you can go Finalizer. That would be better in that case. Finish out your Jedi Revan team. Like I said, for that, you can use Jedi Revan, Bastila, Jolie, Grandmaster Yoda, and then really any other Jedi. You could use Mace if you want. You could use General Kenobi, Ezra, Barriss. Like, you have a lot of options there. Yeah, just focus on that, and then mods as well. Work on your mods. Look up a mods playlist after this. You're gonna be set. All right. Let me. 2545. All right. Now let's move on to the next person. Let's see, where is this? I can react to this one. We got Caleb Wheeler. So I've already got like a bit of a understanding of his account. I've seen it from another live stream. Get Profundity next month. Gonna get Poncho Bros once I get the signal data from Profundity. Slow farming all the characters and ships for Leviathan. He gets Malgus in his ship in 6 months, and he plans on farming the clones and Jedi Vanguard when they release. Free to play. Because he wants to get Mace. Okay, so he's got 5 Galactic Legends. Let's make sure I'm not missing one. Yeah, he's got 5. He's got the Skywalker trio. He's got Rey, SLKR. That's good. He's got Bo Mandalore. That's something you don't see too often. I'm gonna assume that's for his guild. That's a good thing to have, honestly. I'm kind of jealous. I want Bo Mandalore. I'm gonna assume you have Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. Wait, you have Bo Mandalore, but not JKCK? Okay, I mean, Bo Mandalore is better, but usually people go JKCK first, but how is your Tarful? It looks like you're farming JKCK, so I'm gonna assume that you are. Marin. What is up with these level 10s? That's another level 10. And then Saw. Yeah, it looks like you're farming him. You said that you get Profundity. Yeah, Relic 9, Adrad. Rebel ships. Okay, makes sense. Did you have Executor? Okay, so it's not your first one. Okay, that'll definitely help. I'm surprised that you're getting Profundity right now and you don't have a 7-star Executor. Unless you're slow farming that. He does have a 6.7 million account. No gas bundle. Let's see. This, I don't think there's any bundles, is there? It looks like he farmed all this by himself. Let me check Probe Guard. That's Probe. Yeah, he's looking like a... He's looking like he farmed all this by himself. He bought the Inquisitor bundle, but he farmed a lot of this by himself. Yeah, congrats on the Skywalker trio. Let's see. Poncho Bros. Do you have them sharded? 6-star here, 6-star. Okay, so yeah, you're almost done. He does not have Malgus. Let's check out his Sith ships because he says he's slow farming them. Okay. I mean, Tie Dagger has some use until you throw it in Leviathan. It could just be thrown onto a first order. And then he said slow. He's going to farm the clones. So I'm going to assume you have 3-star each. Okay, that's pretty solid. Let's pull up your mod score. Because in all honesty, it looks like you have a lot of this already set and done. 7.62 at 6.7. That's definitely a good one. Yeah, that's an amazing one. God, that is a mod score for sure. Congrats on your mods, honestly. I'm sure Java's helping with that, but that's not just Java. That's also like you've been focusing on them. Let's see your fastest speed. GL's is SLKR. 196. Oh, it's a speedy boy. 176 on that. That's pretty solid. Oh, I'm assuming you have Battleship top. Not top, but well, that's a speedy one too. I guess your lowest 300. I'm gonna guess carry you. Ugh, that was far off. Scout? 290. Is it Drogon? Drogon's 300. Yeah, it's Drogon. So everybody above Drogon has 300 plus speed. That's pretty solid. I'm assuming you have Revan? Oh, you have Revo. Why did I type in Revo? Oh, wait, no, because I was typing in Revan. You don't have Revans. Hmm. I mean, still, you have Reva. It looks like you have all but this, which I believe is an Omicron. I mean, I'd say definitely get those up to Relic 7, as long as your guild needs you to. If they don't, then ignore that. You're already with Bo Mandalore. Like, you're already doing a lot for the guild. We already looked at your ships. How are your side fleets? Let's see. Empire. That needs some work. Galactic Republic, we've already looked at this. That's okay, but could be a lot better. No, it's not okay. I don't know why I said it's okay. It needs to get some work, but where were you? Erodium. Up there with that. Only one real fleet? 2 fleets? How's your first order? That's what it is. First order is your other fleet. Resistance. Okay, so you have more than just one fleet. Never mind. You're separatists. Okay, you got a lot of fleets. Never mind. That's my bad. Yeah, there's not too much for me to say here. It's just a pretty solid roster all around. Um, yeah, definitely finish that profundity. You said you're doing that. Let me double check what else you said. Poncho Bros, yeah, that makes sense. Slow farming all the characters and ships for Leviathan, that's fine. Yeah, you got it all under control. There's not really much for me to help you out with. Although it's not really saying that you need help, so yeah, this is a pretty solid roster all around. Let me check your Sith. Savage Relic 5, that's solid. Okay, so you got a Treya team up, but not like a perfect Treya team. I'm assuming you throw Vader on that. You have Starkiller? No, because no Mara Jade. Yeah, I mean, it looks fine. I mean, you're doing pretty solid. There's not really much for me to say. Yeah, that'll be Caleb's Mr. Coin. Alright, that is at 34.45. Alright. Yeah, pretty good roster all around. Not much for me to tell you to do. You got it under control. Alright, so I have one, maybe two more. Let's see. There's 2 left. If I can get through it, then amazing. We got Winn, Ludicrous Speed Go. So I'm assuming light speed bundles. Carbonite 2, so probably is at 5.1 go, or almost 5.2. He bought Gas Bundle. Relic 3 is all, well. Okay, so he's definitely bought the Lord Vader Bundle too. I like that you have Rex up to 5 stars. That you're probably finishing it, so I'm just gonna leave that there. Solid starting fleet. What? 56. Oh, you're in a tough shard. Malevolence was farmed. He did not buy a bundle for that, even though that just came out. Executrix. That's your Empire. Needs some work. you get that mace up, you have an executor counter. I definitely recommend that. Finalizer Radis. How are your first order ships? No Echelon. If you get that up, that's a pretty good fleet. Resistance. Yeah, gotta get that up too. Ships do need a little bit of work. Galactic Republic fleet looks amazing. Let's check your Separatist. That needs some work too. Okay, so you got one good fleet. Everything else is okay, but you should definitely focus on one of your other fleets as like a backup. How are your bounty hunters? Even if it's Executor, even if you're farming Executor, that's an amazing ship. We all know that. You're already halfway there. May as well just finish it. Speaking of, let's go to Imperial Trooper. Your Piet's not ready. I'd say just you can go through. You can either focus on Executor. You can focus on your Finalizer. You got a bunch of stuff. You have SLKR array. Let's check your speed. While we do so, let's pull up your mod score. Hux is your fastest. That's not a bad thing. We got Hux as the fastest. 162. That's pretty solid. 1.89. He bought the Finalizer bundle. CLS was farmed. He's not part of any bundles. Did you buy the Array bundle? Rolo was farmed. That's a good one to have farmed. Let me check that actually. Hermit Yoda, 7-star. Wampa, yeah, that makes sense. You're right around the corner from JKL. Let me pull back up the review channel. I forgot to say this. He said, I'm working on Lord Vader currently. We'll probably work on getting Executor. That's a good one. Or Profundity once that's finished, though. Executor is going to do more work. But you're closer to Profundity, it looks like. I'm assuming you don't have much Rogue One unless you bought that bundle. Executor is going to be cheaper. Definitely cheaper. I would probably go Executor if you want to go Profundity. By all means, go for it. Whichever one's more fun for you. I see Darth Revan's up here. He didn't have a terrible mod score considering he buys Lightspeed bundles, but yeah, I mean his mod score's fine since he buys Lightspeed bundles. I'm not gonna say you're gonna be like fix your mods. You're clearly working on them. I see you have Chupio as 7 stars, gear 12. Get all of your CLS team up to at least relic 3 so you can use it in Proving Grounds. That'll do some work. And I mean, the more relics, the better they are in Conquest. See, Captain Rex isn't ready, that's fine. You're not working on Phoenix anyways. How are your Ufus? No Seer, so doesn't matter. No Inquisitors. Did I look at your Imperial Troopers? I did, they're not. That needs some work. It looks like you're missing out on a lot of assault battles right now. That's what I'm seeing. You have some Jedi to get you through like a few tiers, not anything major. It looks like you're farming Revan, Jedi Revan. You have gas unlocked. I'm assuming you're farming his shards. Okay, yeah, just making sure. Karth Omicron. Bad Batch, you have that farmed up. Lightspeed bundle? Yeah, I'm gonna assume Lightspeed bundle because if you farm these, you'd have at least more than just Hunter's lead. Geos are fine if you're not in a GeoTB. You have gas unlocked, so I'm not worried about that B1. And you said you're working on Lord Vader. Let me pull up your Lord Vader journey. Oh, you've got most of it already. Yeah, definitely finish that. You need one relic on Dooku, one on Arc. So we can go to Dooku, he's at 7. Arc Trooper is also at 7, and they need R8. Gas needs R8 and Padme needs R8. So yeah, you're really close to it anyways. Padme's here, Gas is down here. Yeah, definitely you could finish that pretty easily, I feel. You have C3PO farmed. You don't have Jedi Knight Luke because you have Rebel Officer Leia at this and Homer Yoda at Gear 12. Yeah, you got a bunch of ways that you could go. Um, like like I said, you were going for Executor or Profundity once you're done with Lord Vader. Both are viable. Executor's the better choice, but Profundity, I mean, it's still a GL ship. You'll get work done. Um, and I think Profundity can counter Leviathan in the right situation, while Executor just gets stomped. I could be wrong on that. Yeah, just work on Executor, Profundity. They're both pretty solid. Um, other than that, there's not too much to go about with this roster. You're working on mods. I see that. How's your Sith? Let's actually check that. Traya needs an Omicron. You already have the. You just need the actual Omicron. Nihilus needs some more gear and stars, but Traya, Scion, Dooku can work, honestly. Nihilus, you don't have Savage. Savage needs to get up and get an Omicron on. Get that team up. It's a stopper, honestly. Even if you throw it on defense, like if you go look at the insights for it, it's a very powerful team in Grand Arena. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this roster. This, I don't know how long I was actually talking on this. Let's see. Yeah, I guess it was actually a decent bit. Yeah, I mean, Executive Profundity, both worth it. Whichever one you go, it'll be fine. All right, let's go into the final roster. We're going to get this one out the way. We have Walta. He has SLKR, no ult. I'm assuming you're working on that. You're in 5th with an Endurance. That's pretty solid. Let's see, I'm getting Executor this month. Congrats. I am as well. And I'll be working towards Jabba next. Okay. I'm trying to complete Challenge Tier 3 of 4 more assault battles. Forest Moon, Rebel Roundup, Military Might, and Ground War. So he's working on Imperial Troopers. Ground War, I believe, is Jedi. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he's actually attached images. It says, I've attached 2 images with the teams that I'll be using, and I'm starting a Territory War Keller and Beck team consisting of Keller and Beck, Poncho Bros, Mace, and Grandmaster Yoda, and the new Bad Batch for his guild. Okay, yeah, so he's going for Forceman and Rebel Roundup with Veers, Piet, Range Trooper, and then for Forest Moon, which is just Empire. He's using Garsak's Imperial Super Commando because of how easy that one is with them. And then he's also got for Rebel Roundup, which is Imperial Troopers or Bounty Hunters. He's doing Veers, Piet, Range Trooper, Stark, and Stormtrooper. And then for Ground War, which is Jedi, he's working on Jedi Knight Luke, which is while he's doing Jabba, so that's fine. Jedi Knight Luke, Shakti, Grandmaster Yoda, Hermit Yoda, and GK. And for military might, that's Rebels, and I think Clone Troopers. He's using CLS. He's using the CLS team. That's all I really need to say about that. Okay, yeah, I mean, got some good outlooks. Hondo, he's got Dr. Afra. That's not what I was expecting. Congrats on Afra. Free Java counter. I'm gonna pull up your mod score. Poncho Bros look good. 4.75. That's a pretty good mod score for this. He's got a higher mod score than his GP, so that's good. For let's say 4.5, the average is about 1.8 ish. So yeah, good on those. Glad you're working on your mods. Java's gonna help that even more. SLK is your fastest because GL, and then 192. That's a good 25, 23, 24. Yeah, good job on this. My only thing is you could get that up. If you can get a 6 roll, that's a 29 speed. That is an amazing mod. Yeah, you can easily get that up. And then that would get you up to almost 200. 155. And he doesn't even have this as a 6 dot. Ooh, that's a fast Rex. Yeah, I don't want to go against you. Those mods are scary. Especially on your Phoenix. Even Hera has 300 speed. What rank are you? Bronzium 3, okay. Let's go back to roster reviews. Let's see where you already have some shards of Jedi Knight Luke. You showed me that. Qui-Gon Omicron with Anakin. Okay. Snips. GK. Okay. Yeah, you got a pretty solid one there. Are your Sith? I love Treo. Treo Omicron is nasty. He said he's working on Java next. Let's see Heart Cartel. I don't know if this is a bundle or not. I know that there is a Heart Cartel bundle, but I'm not sure if he just farmed it. I'm not going to say that he just bought a bundle there. Fennec, still got to work on that. Or Sing's not farmed at all. Let me check your Rebel Officer Leia. 5-star, that's going to take you at least like another month or so to shard up. Unless you're doing Hoth, but that's not likely at this point. Yoda, 5-star there as well. Wampa, yeah, that makes sense. Wampa's a early farm. That Afra's scary. Just looking at Afra. Hey, congrats on Afra. This Hondo is also going to be scary. Let me see where your Imperial Troopers are. Okay. Actually, this is from last night, those 2 pictures, so that's perfectly fine. Oh, I have not been marking these. I forgot to react to these so that it's easier for me. Why am I back? I keep doing this. I want to look at your ships. He said executor this month, so congrats. You have punishing one? 7-star. I'm assuming you're gonna be finishing the last few shards for IG2K, so I'm not even gonna talk about that. You have a Gear 12 Thrawn. How's your Empire looking? Not terrible. You got Defender at least. Not like super high. Although Defender will be doing work anyways. Yeah, all of our abilities at 7 except this because you need gear. Yeah, that's gonna do some work, not like a massive amount. Your Galactic Republic I've already seen is pretty solid. I'm glad you're farming Rex. A lot of people tend to neglect Rex even though it's the best choice out of the Clone Sarge Rex. Marauder, you have Plan 99, that's good. I'm glad you're gearing up that. That's a normal farm. Finalizer, let's check out your first order. Yeah, finish out that echelon. SF tie. SF tie is an easy one. How are your rebels? Do you plan on working on Profundity soon? It wouldn't be a bad choice. Did you have Rebens? I forget. No Rebens. That's okay. Do you have Inquisitors? It looks like 8th Brother's Chartered because that's on IG2K. I checked your UFUs. No Seer. Yeah, no Seer. So no JKCK. I wouldn't be checking Mandalorians, but Caleb's roster just blew me away because he had Bo Mandalore. Okay. Yeah, scoundrels. Let me look at Scoundrel. You might have a Sauna team. Yeah, because you got Sauna, you got... you probably don't have a Sauna team. I wonder why she has a Zeta then. You got Padawan Obi-Wan's Conquest Omicron, which helps a lot. Okay, you got some nice stuff. You got a GL. Jabba is definitely worth it. You already have most of the pieces to the puzzle, so by all means go for Jabba. Jabba's a really good one. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's okay. Let me check your Rebel fighters. No, you don't have a team. Separatist, gas bundle, yeah. If you get Grievous up, then you can throw on these droids into that team. My Lightspeed account, since I don't have Zetas. I don't have Zetas on it, but I do have the level 9 General Grievous Kron. And I threw it on defense, and it's getting holds. I don't have any Zetas on that team, and it's getting holds. So, I mean, that's worth looking into. 501st makes sense. I mean, you have a Braid team at the very least. Yeah, I mean, it's looking fine. You already said that you know what you're working on, which is Executor, and then Java. Okay. Yeah, it looks like you got all this under control. And that will be the final roster review for this video. Again, if you want roster reviews, feel free. Just comment in the Discord. Like, it's going to be linked in the bottom of this video. Just join up. There's a channel for roster reviews. Just go there and post your ally code, what you want me to review, and what you're working on when you post it. Yeah, with that, that's going to be this video. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Everything helps out tremendously, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.